So pain in the neck, you think the left leg is ortho? Okay.
Yeah, well, I think the left leg, she seems painful up in here.
And you feel that's an ortho? So
I
she
think
need x-rays
so.
or an MRI?
So I think she probably has a lot going on. So I'd say start with x-rays of her neck and then we'll see what they think of that.
Okay.
And then, I mean, we could MR her brain. I think that the circling and things seems more to be would be more of a brain issue.
Right,
than
that's
something.
what, yeah.
And, you know, with the deafness and whatnot, you know, most likely congenital or something she was born with, especially, or when she got stuck, she had oxygen.
That is what they're thinking because they swear up and down that she heard and that she had some
really?
eyesight. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So, you know, could that have been an issue? Yes. The other big thing we worry about in puppies is infectious disease. You know, like distemper or one of those. You know, it would be weird for her to be so bad and then be getting better, though. Right. That would fit more with more.
We see periods of it, and there are periods of bad.
Okay.
And that's what's concerning us. We did need to know, since we are raising funds, what are we looking at as far as x-ray, as far as MRI?
So MRI, she may need a spinal tap also. That would be somewhere around probably 26 to 28 we've been quoting.
100?
2,800? Yeah, yep.
For both or just the MRI?
For MRI with tap,
okay.
That should get you both.
Okay.
For X-rays, we'll go check.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I've run anywhere from like 300 to 500.
300 to 500.
Depending
500
on
for the
how
X-rays?
many, how many we take and recheck and things like that. And that also is with the radiologist viewing.
And yeah, I mean, from a vaccination standpoint, you know,
Yeah, I mean, can we have the green light and can you treat the kennel cough, you know, her distress right now? And when you say, I mean, Andre's just didn't feel comfortable until we talked to you as far
as once she's feeling better,
she can have her shots. The first series. Okay.
I would say so. It's probably better to get them on board.
Oh yeah, I was worried about parvo. I didn't. Yeah, during the kennel cough.
So yeah, it could be that the injury, I mean, she could have hurt her neck when she did the injury, and then it could have, potentially she could have done something that hurt her brain, or she just was born with something.
Oh, she clearly was stuck with her head under there, and we got that from the neighbors.
Yeah.
Why they didn't step in and grab her floors me, but either way. Now what we've been doing so far is Vicks, vaporizer, steam from the shower,
for the kennel cough,
and honey. Right now, until we talked to you, because we weren't sure what their neuro.
Yeah.
Can she go on antibiotics?
From a neuro standpoint, she should be able to. From what, you know, as far as treating the kennel cough, I probably would talk to her vet just because I haven't treated a kennel cough in years.
Oh yeah, we usually do Doxy. We've got the breakdown, but we just talked with actually it was 11:30 last night. I was talking with a podiatrist because I couldn't get answers from West Park. They needed to see her. As far as the Doxy, there is a breakdown. However, we just need to know what you recommend, and we will get it for her.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would, for the kennel cough, you mean? That I would talk to her general doctor. Is it Andre? Talk to him about that, just because, again, I haven't treated kennel cough in a long time. I just do neuro.
We got a lot of it. Yeah, we got a lot.
So I would chat with him about that just to see what the most up-to-date stuff is. They change treatment plans all the time with those. So check with him, and then we can have a surgeon look at her leg too. With the kennel cough, can we bring her in the back, or do we?
Generally, we just have them come in here.
That was foremost. We've got to get that done. I just don't feel comfortable.
Yep. Cool. All right, let's go. We'll go grab them, and then have them take a look at her leg, and then we can get you ideas of costs and things.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And is there anything else that we're not doing that we should be doing?
No, I mean, I would say, you know, I would say we could see, as long as her, from a treatment standpoint, you know, neurologically, without knowing what's going on, treatment is a little tricky as far as, you know, what what we treat her with. X-ray is just to make sure there's nothing going on from a bony standpoint, to say, gosh, we should not, or we should be resting her or something like that. From a brain standpoint, if this was truly due to her getting stuck and having kind of or her being, when she was unstable, having oxygen stuff, because you said she was comatose at one
For
point.
2.5 days. And then each day after there was a little bit of responses, but she was still critical.
Yeah. So
They wanted to pull her, and Wood said no.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So for those, there's no treatment. It's just waiting.
Yeah,
and
that's
seeing.
permanent. Right.
And some of these guys will have permanent deficits. Others may, come around and get a little better. If it's something she was born with, and then maybe she was born with something, and now all of a sudden with her getting caught and being so sick, she got worse, and it, that's a possibility again. Besides treating underlying diseases, it's not.
So
From a medical.
you feel at this point, youth is off the table, that she can have a quality in life, and that we can help her develop into the best that she can be under the circumstances.
If this is something where it was related to one of those two things, then I would give her some time and see how she does.
Correct.
So it's worth putting the money in and treating her and everything?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, if,
Wonderful.
again, quality of life is going to vary depending on who you talk to. I mean, I would say it's worth giving her some time and seeing if she
Oh,
continues
yeah. Well,
to
we're going to
improve.
do that anyway. Yeah.
If this is an infectious disease, as far as like
Right.
distemper or one of those, there's no treatment for that.
Right.
Typically, they get, if they're neurologic from that, they get worse. And distemper can look like a lot of things. This has been at least a couple of weeks, it looks like, and it sounds like if anything, she's gotten a little better, so it would be weird.
Okay, I have one
for it
last
to be
question.
infectious.
I have my Cato at home due to neglect and issues, abuse.
Yep.
He's blind. He's got seizures. Is
Okay.
seizures something that she can develop?
Depending on where, if it was potentially, I would say probably not, unless, say she was born with something like hydrocephalus, where they get water on the brain, where their ventricles get big. Those dogs can develop seizures. If this is something else that she was born with and is non-progressive, then probably not. Is it a possibility? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Just keep an eye on her for them.
Right.
Other questions for me before we go steal a surgeon?
Oh boy. I think we've addressed. I can't think of any. What about you?
Nothing I can think of.
Well, that's at least right now you've given us hope.
Yeah.
We have been very sitting on pins and needles. Maybe now I can sleep and actually hold something down. What about you, Becca?
I'm not going to be sleeping on my phone.
Oh, yeah, I know.
She's cute.
So the
cute.
ortho that's going to see her is who?
Yeah, we'll go steal one of the surgeons. Dr.
Okay.
Vogt and Dr. Khaled are here today.
Okay, wonderful.
And we'll see if someone's available to take a look at that